Hi everyone, it's Lynn from Contenta Crafts. Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. What I'd like to show you today is how to create some great fun little Halloween treat boxes. So the first little bag that I'm going to create is great because you can make it in many different sizes, and the other great thing about it is you don't need any glue. All you will need is a piece of paper or thin card that measures 10 by 5 inches, a scoring board or scoring tool, a hole punch and some ribbon. Now the paper that I'm using for my first box is from this Hobbycraft A4 coloured paper pad. You get 40 pages and that is some of the colours there. It doesn't tell you what GSM it is, but it is a fairly thick piece of paper. So without further ado, let's get started. We're starting on our 10-inch side. We are going to literally half the paper, so that will be 5 inches, and score your first score line. So what we are going to do next is just turn the paper around, and we want to, so this is on the 5-inch side, and you want to find half of your 5 inches, which is 2.5. And on this one, all I'm doing is making a little pencil line. Then I can rub it out at the end rather than a score line, as you won't be able to rub that out. Turn your paper around and again score at the 2.5, which is half of the 5 inches. And that is us finished with our scoreboard. Okay, so next what you need to do is get yourself a ruler and your scoring tool, and what we are going to do is line the ruler up at the little score mark down to the first corner, so you're coming just above your score line. So line your ruler up and just make your score line from the corner up to your score line, your pencil mark, sorry. And just go over it a few times. So I can see that quite clearly. And then do the same. So I'm going to turn this around and do the same at the other side, like that. Then what you want to do is turn your paper around and you will come to the other half where you will have your score, your pencil mark, and you will do the same again. I need to pop out and get my little treats for the boxes and bags that I'm going to make for Halloween. I haven't done that yet. I've been rather busy. So now what we want to do is, we'll just rub out my pencil mark, so done that. And then what we want to do is bring these pieces in where we used our ruler and just fold them over and give them a lovely nice crisp crease like so. And again on this side. It's really easy, this bag. I love them, and you can make loads because they don't take very long to make. Then we will turn around and crease our other side. Right, so that's what we should have now. Okie dokie, so I've got these lovely Haunted Hallows foam stamp set from the range, and I'm going to give them a little try. Haven't a clue what they'll turn out like, but I'm going to give them a try out. So what I want to do is just pop it over to the outside, and I'm just going to try and stamp a couple of little things onto the little treat bag. So actually it's stamped out quite nicely, to be honest. So all I've done, I'm not putting them onto a stamp pad or anything. They've got no sticky on. So all I've done is I've literally just taken my little ink pad and inked the little stamp up. I'm going to do this one with a little green top. So I'll just show you there. I've gone around and I'm going to do the top in green, so that's the orange. Fingers crossed this one does the same. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I'm now just going to try the little spider. Let's hope. Yay! That's great. What I'm just going to do on the pumpkins, I'm just going to colour those in. Don't know whether to leave one white or not. I'll have a little think about that one. So now what I'm going to do is just cut these out and then we'll get the bag put together. Okay, so I'm just cutting the little pumpkins and spider out. So I'm just leaving a little border around the edge. I love cutting things out as well. That and some colouring, really like. Okie dokie, so I've got those cut out now, and what I want to do next is bring in your little bag and we need to punch some holes in. So I've decided to use the 3/16 of an inch hole, and what you need to do is bring your two sides together like so, make sure it's lined up nicely at the end and punch your hole in like so, and do the same on both sides. Again, line that up and pop your hole into your little bag. So that is that little bit. Now what I want to do is pop my little decorations on the front of the bag and pop my ribbon in to make the closure. So I'm going to take my little pumpkins and I'm going to, I think, pop those, yeah, and then the spider at the top. Right, I'm going to pop these onto some 3D foam when I find it. Okay, I've finally found them under a pile of papers. Right, so I've popped two little foam pads onto the back of the pumpkin, and I'm just going to stick one at the bottom like that. Yeah, I think they're great little bags, quick and easy to make. I'll be making a few of these as they're so simple and there's no glue. So I'm just going to peel the backs off of these two and pop that one in there. Looking good, looking very good. And then the spider, oh, isn't that looking good? That's brilliant. Then all we need to do is obviously pop your little treats in. Like I said, I don't have mine yet, so I'm going to have to go and collect some. And right, do I want that moved up? Yeah, I think I will move this one up if I can, just a little bit more towards the top. That's better. That looks more centered. Right. Yeah, I like that now. Yeah. So I have got some black ribbon, and all I'm going to do is pop my ribbon through the hole, bring this one together. So what I've done is I've folded my bag so that this front piece will end up at the back like that, rather than the other way around. But it doesn't matter, you can do yours either way. So I will pop this through the little holes here, and then all we need to do is just tie this together. If you want, you can pop a little bow in, or you can just leave it loose I'll just pop a bow in here for now. And there you go. There is our first little Halloween bag made. And how fabulous is that? Ever so easy, just some paper, some little stamps and a piece of ribbon, and you're good to go. Okie, so treat little holder number 2. So start with an 8 by 2-inch piece of card, and what you want to do is on your 8-inch side measure at and score line at 3 inches and 5 inches, and just fold and burnish those lines. So we have that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm taking another one of the stamps and I'm just going to ink that up. And it's the little ghost one. Just going to dot these about a bit. I think I'll do one there. I think I might just do a head there, like that. Oh, I'm liking that. And then, how good does that look? That's absolutely fabulous. Going to do the same at this side. However, what you'll need to do here is this is going to come up and around like this. So you need to turn your card around so the bottom will become the top, and then do your stamping again so that they are the right way up. You do give these little stamps a try. They're really worth it. I didn't know that they would be very good, to be honest, but for £1.50 they're ideal. Absolutely fabulous. Do check them out in the range. Okay, so now bring your 2 little back and front piece together and line them up, and all you want to do is make a couple of little holes at the top. You don't need them too far apart. Mine are lined up there. What I've done here is I've taken a little glue dot and popped it into the centre of my treat bag. And then what I want to do is slot the ribbon through. So I'll go from the front of the bag, the treat holder, round and through the holes at the back and back through to the front. So I've just used some white ribbon. I find this the easiest way to do this before I pop my little treat in. So I've got a little lollipop. I've popped a glue dot in the centre just to help to hold the lollipop in place, like so. Then what I want to do is just to pull the ribbon together. I'm just going to straighten that at the back. Then I'm going to tie a knot into the ribbon and then make a little bow. And just loop this through like so. Tie that off like that, and then I'm just going to pop a little bow. Okay, so now I've taken another of the stamps and I've stamped out the bow, and all I did was cut them out individually. And what I'm going to do is just pop a little bit of glue on and stick them at the bottom of the treat holder. Going to stick this at the bottom of the bag. Should have probably have put it on when it was flat, but it is what it is. And there you go. There is our second little treat box. Okay, so for our next one, start with a piece of card that measures 3 inches across by 10 inches in length, and all you want to do is fold in half and burnish your halfway mark. Okay, so now what I want to do is make a shape like a coffin. Now, I don't have any dies or any shapes that will make a coffin shape, so I'm going to compromise by using a ruler. We folded our our card in half, so keep it folded in half. And the piece of card across measured 3 inches. So to get the shape of your coffin, what I want to do is basically cut away the 2 sides. So what I've done to make it equal is come in an inch at one side and pop yourself a little mark. I'm using just a white pencil on the black card so I can see. And then come in from your 3-inch side an inch and pop yourself another little mark. Okay, then what I want to do from the mark here, line your ruler up. I'm using a ruler. Line your ruler up and come across about 2 inches and make a mark like that. Okay, and then do the same on the other side. So this time you will line it up at your 1-inch mark, line it up at the top of another line across. And then what I want to do is just get your ruler and line it up at this point here first on one side and just come in slightly. So I would say about maybe 1/4 of an inch. So line it up first and just move your ruler in slightly and draw yourself another line like that. Okay, and then the same at the other side, and that's the shape we should have. So keeping your 2 pieces together, what we are going to do is just cut around the shape. Okay, so you will have your folded part at the bottom and your little opening up at the top. Okay, so now what I would like to show you is how to make a spider's web, because I want to pop a spider's web on the front of the coffin. I don't have a die and I was wondering now, how can I make one? So I'll show you what I've come up with. So I've already actually started one here. I will finish that later on, but I'll show you how to make one. I'm just going to turn my paper around. So first of all, what I started with was a couple of crosses. I don't think I even used the ruler on my previous one. I think I'll just do the same again and just draw straight through like that. So make yourself a cross first. What you want to do is come down through the middle and then one across and out either side. So it's really easy. All you want to do, so I'm going to start at this one here, and all you want to do is just make a line but sort of take it in a little bit of a shape like that. Okay, and then leave a gap and work down your triangle like so. Okay, then when you've done that one, try and maybe line your previous line up. Always make those a bit longer and go around just sort of with a little bit of a, instead of a straight line, a little bit of a curve, and then do that all the way around. What I want to do, because I don't want to try and just cut around there, I'm going to add some extra lines for the thickness, and I'll show you how. So again, so just come a little way down and draw yourself another line. And what I'm going to do is just colour that in like that. Then I will do again another line around and colour that in. And this has just given me some thickness to cut the spider's web out. Again, round on that one and colour that in. Okay, well, I've finished my spider's web now, and all I want to do is cut it out. So what I'm going to do, I don't really want these bits because they're going to be a bit too big. So all I'm going to do is just come in and I'm going to cut around from the third one in, and I think that will be big enough for what I want. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just stick this onto the bottom, and I might just lift that up on some foam pads. Then I'm just going to ink this stamp up here, this one at the top, like so. I've decided I'm going to move this little web, and I'm going to pop that just underneath there like that. Then I'm going to stamp the spider out in red ink. So with the little stamps, you got some red ink. I'm just going to stamp this out, and I'm going to colour the eyes in black, and that makes that look slightly more scary. And then I'm going to cut this out, so I'll just pop off and cut it out. Then I've taken a little piece of the white ribbon and popped some glue on, and I'm going to stick that just underneath the web, and then I'm just going to pop the spider on to make it look as if it's dangling from the bottom. Okie dokie, so what I've done next is I've taken a piece of black card that measures 5 inches across by 3.5 in length. And what I've done is I've scored a line at 3 inches and made a score line and folded my card over to make a little piece like that at the bottom. This is just on a piece of scrap paper so I can show you what to do, because I've already started the pocket. Once you've folded it, line your little coffin up, and you can either draw around it if you have a pencil that you can see on your black card, or use a score tool and just score around the shape. So you're not doing the top half, you're just doing it from this point here, lining it up at the bottom like that, and draw around the shape. I found this the easiest way. I've tried a few ways to make the pocket and they haven't worked, so I found this the easiest for myself. to just draw around the shape like this. You just want to cut the card across like so, and again on this piece, and you will have that. So you'll have your folded piece at the bottom and then your shape like so. So then what I did was I cut 2 pieces of card that measured 3/4 of an inch, and I scored at 1/4 of an inch and folded that over. So you will have that piece like so. Again, I've given myself longer, but you could basically what you want is the length to be this length here. Then what you will do is the piece that you have scored across, you will pop some glue on, and we need to stick that on to the side of this shape here. Okay, so I've popped the glue on now, and all I want to do, so this side here, the 1/4 inch fold line goes to the outside of your pocket. Then just cut off, so cut along the top like that. So then what you will do is pop your glue on your 3 folded sides, so 1 at the bottom and the 2 at the other side, and where you have the fold in your treat box, that is where you will line your card inside. Then all I want to do is pop a little hole at the top, so I'm just going to punch a little hole. I'll line these 2 up at the top, and I'm just using the 1/8 inch hole punch. Okay, so I've managed to get my bag of treats and things, so I'm just going to pop a little refresher. I could get 2 in there, but I'm just going to pop 1 inside. Now then, my pocket I've actually gone and stuck on the front. Ideally, I did want to pop it at the back, but I don't know what I was thinking there. However, it is what it is. It doesn't matter. But when I come to do the next ones, I will pop my pocket at the back of the treat pouch, because when you open it, you will see the little treat at the back there. But it, like I say, it doesn't matter. So I'll pop my little treat inside. Then I've just cut myself a little piece of ribbon, and I'm going to fold that in half. And what I'm going to do is just pop this through the little bit at the top, the little hole at the top of the pouch, and then I'm going to make a little loop. Just try and straighten that up. Make a little loop and pop these 2 pieces back through the loop like so. And there you go. There is your fabulous treat pouch. And how great does that look? I absolutely love it. So I will just bring in the other 2. So this is the first one I made with the little pumpkins and the spider at the top, and then I just popped a black bow on the top to tie it up. And how great is that one? And then I've made a one with a little lollipop in, tied that with the ribbon, stamped the little ghosts on the front and the back of the treat pouch, and I stamped out the little boo and cut it out and stuck that on. And how fabulous do they look? They are absolutely brilliant and I really, really love them. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you ever so much for joining me. I hope I have given you some inspiration to try your little Halloween treat boxes. Please, would you consider subscribing to my channel, and if you hit on the notification bell, you will be notified when I upload a new video. I hope I've given inspiration today, like I say. Thank you ever so much. Happy crafting. Take care. See you all soon, and bye-bye for now.